What's good, y'all? What's good? What's good? What's good? Happy New Year. Happy New Year. Let me make sure my volume is working. 1 2 1 2. Turn your volume up. Damn. I don't know. Hold on. Yo. You can hear me? All right. I am a little far away from the mic too, so excuse me on that. Yeah, man. Salute. This is my award show, man. You know what I'm saying? Salute to all the 2025 boxers that put on and did their thing in 2025. I shit the right way. Or did it flip? I think it flipped. But I just want to honor the boxers, that really put on and did their thing this year because they deserve it. They definitely deserve it. So I'm gonna give out about like 7 awards, um, different categories for 2025. I wanted to be different anyway. I didn't want to do mine the same time as everybody else. I wanted to do mine, after, what I mean, into the new year. So happy New Year, and moment of silence, real quick, for my baby sister, Shasha. It was her birth. It would be her birthday today, man. And yeah, man. So definitely, because I was on my champagne poppy joint last night. Shout out, shout out to my Virginia cousins. I gotta salute my Virginia. They gave me the rose, D man. But guess what version of the rose it is, man? Guess what version of the rose it is? After this, I'm detoxing. I ain't touching nothing this weekend. I got to detox. I ate a lot of bull crap, and it was mad champagne. You know what I'm saying? But shout out to my Virginia cousins. They 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 still looking out for me, man. Still looking out. This is the Pharrell. This is a nice bottle. Shout out to Pharrell. Shout out to my Virginia cousins. Love y'all, man. Shout out to Pharrell. So yeah, this is a celebration today. This is a celebration today, bro. This is definitely a celebration today. And yeah, man. I want to do these awards. So without further ado, let's get it popping. First off, look at I present to y'all the full Berserker belt. I present to y'all the best belt. Y'all see that animal fur in the belt, Mud? You see that animal fur in the belt? You know that's the full Berserker clan belt. So the 2025 full Berserker clan belt. Why is somebody at the door? Man, hold on. Wait, every time I stream, nobody wanna come when I'm not streaming. I am. Hold on a sec, y'all. We're gonna get to these awards. My bad, y'all. Sorry. my my neighbor wishing me happy New Year and all that. Salute, salute. Yeah, man. So the full Berserker 2025 Boxing Awards. Uh, so in the first category that I did, my first category, I had to write it down because I wasn't gonna remember everybody that I had nominated. You heard? I wasn't gonna remember that. So fighter of the year, fighter of the year to me. Uh, I had for each group I had three people nominated. I didn't have four. I just had three people nominated. So in the first category, fighter of the year, I gave Devin Haney was one of the people that I picked. Uh, yeah, he didn't have a great performance with Jose Ramirez to some people, but when he came back and he did what he had to do to Brian Norman Jr., I had I had to give him credit, bro. I really thought it was gonna be a harder fight. I really believed it would be a much tougher fight. So I gotta give credit. I gotta give credit to Devin Haney to deal with all that ridicule and all these motherfuckers bitching and moaning, excuse my language, all day, every day. Oh, Devin, he can't do this, he can't do that. How you know the dude been boxing since he was? Oh, he ain't gonna be able to hurt him. All the stuff he proved everything wrong, man. That was a great performance with Brian Norman. Man. It was a great performance. And shout out to Brian Norman Jr. too for letting his nuts drag and getting in that ring and not letting people get in his head and not take the fight. Because yeah, we did want to see that fight. And we're very grateful and appreciative that you took that fight. And he could come back. It wasn't no big deal. You know what I'm saying? Now I'm gonna keep it real. They on punishment for a little bit. Yeah, because you know, they was talking, they was popping it, just like Bill and Dev was popping it. Bill and Dev popped it a little less though. So, but still, shout out to them anyway. That was a good fight. I was entertained by the whole theatrics and the whole build up. So I had Devin Haney because of that, his end of the year performance. Then I had Terrence Crawford. He's another one. He got in there with the MAGA shoot your dreams off bars. He got in there with Mag Dream off. And it was a tough fight. Maybe because of that style. Crawford edged the victory. So his situation is just like Devin's. If we're going to keep it tall, his situation is just like Devin's. To where he didn't have, the first fight wasn't a good performance. But that last fight, when he dominated. Now let me get in this chat because I'm just running my mouth. I'm not even looking. When he dominated freaking Canelo Alvarez and had me so happy. So happy. Because hold on, let me get in this chat. I'm sorry. I appreciate that fight, but it was too early. Oh, D Man said he think the fight is was too. Hold on, let's backtrack. Let's rewind. I don't think it was too early. Why? Why is it too early? It's been done. A younger champion dethroning somebody that's a couple years older than him. It's been done. People try to act like back in the 80s this wouldn't even have been a conversation. How was it too early? No, it wasn't too early. It was perfect timing. We don't know what could have happened. He could have gotten to, God forbid, a car accident like AJ that we could have never seen the fight. So I'm never not going to tell somebody to not take the fight. One, get their money. Two, challenge themselves for legacy. Because if he would have beat Dev, we wouldn't even be talking about this right now. So I don't believe in it's too early or anything like that. Now I don't believe in it. You got a world championship. Guess what? You a champion. I know people wanted them to collect all the belts. Man, F all that. We don't know what could have happened. The way they throwing around money and people's willing to move up and down. Man, Dev probably would have went to 54. You know what I mean? So I'm glad it happened when it happened. I'm not doing that, bro. And I appreciate both of them for making the fight. You know what I mean? And not making me wait 100,000 years for it. Because I'm not really with it. If people is willing to fight each other, yeah, let's make it now. I'm on that. Jimmy Bernard, what's good? What's good, Jimmy? How you doing? Happy New Year, brother. What's good? Hold on, turn my volume down. My God. So, like I said, Devin and Crawford situation was very similar to where they didn't. They first fights wasn't good, but they ended the year great. They ended the year like super, like they're super up right now. So I personally, me personally, that's why I got these two great performances. And then I put Shakur Stevenson on there because the narrative was when he was fighting William Zepeda, not that he was going to lose, even though there was some crazy ass bugged out people that actually did pick Zepeda to beat Shakur Stevenson, which I don't know why. But that ended up being one of Shakur Stevenson's most exciting fights. Ain't nobody had nothing to say after that. Nobody had nothing to say after that. Then on top of that, at the end of the year, you give us a Tiafimo fight. Somebody who I personally want packed up. Because if he lose the belt, if he lose to one of y'all that's in the Four Horsemen, it's gonna hit a little different. Excuse me. It's going it's gonna definitely hit a little bit different. It's definitely gonna hit a little bit different. If he lose to like Shakur or like a Tank, that's gonna hurt him even more. Cause niggas was in the amateurs together, so it's gonna hurt. That niggas ain't trying to lose. So yeah. So Shakur Stevenson with that Williams and Pettis performance is one of the reasons why I felt like I had to put him in there. So the nominees were Devin Haney, Terrence Crawford, and Shakur Stevenson. And the full Berserker Clan Award person, boxer, to receive the full Berserker Clan Award. Hold on now. It's Terrence Bud Crawford. The reason why Terrence Crawford got voted by the Kick Chat is because they actually I'm surprised them in Kick they know they boxing. I'm surprised they be knowing. Um, Terrence Crawford with that performance beating Canelo, that meant something. That meant something. It wasn't just like, oh, two good fighters going up against each other. That represented two different groups. And you had to pick a side. And Terrence Crawford winning, it wasn't just for himself. It was kind of like a win for BAs everywhere. It really was. So I have to salute the brother Terrence Crawford. That was a phenomenal win. He dominated Canelo. I mean, even Canelo said he beat him worse than Floyd did. So you got to give him credit. Pound for pound talent. This is why Terrence Crawford, we awarded him with that full Berserker belt for Fighter of the Year. So congratulations again, Crawford. Keep up the good work, champ. And make and look, I'm not mad that you're retiring. I'm glad you listened to me. I'm gonna say this: the only person you come back for is Jake Paul. Stay retired, brother. So, yes, Terrence Crawford won 2025 Full Berserker Clan Fighter of the Year. Now, for our second category, y'all ready? For our second category, we have the Full Berserker Clan Prospect of the Year. We have the Full Berserker Clan Prospect of the Year. For the Full Berserker Clan Prospect of the Year, the nominees are salute Cano Primo. We gonna get on the game later, man. D-Man, cover your eyes. It looked like an Xbox controller. D-Man, don't take away. This is a computer remote. All right, D-Man? This is a computer remote. You don't have to take my PlayStation flag. This is a computer. Okay? It's not an Xbox controller. I don't want to hear no shit when we talk. Cause I already know what you gonna say. Oh, look at this Xbox ass nigga. You gonna start bidding, and it's not that. This is a PC controller. You can look up how the PC controllers look. If you don't believe me, I'm not no Xbox nigga. PlayStation for life. All right. Like I said, prospects of the year, and the nominees are Moses Atama, Scooter Davis, and Carmel Moat. Now, the reason why I put Moses Atama on there, he had like that last knockout with Dillian White, and he had Dillian White do the Macarena after he hit him with that left hook. It was crazy, man. It was crazy, man. He literally had Dillian White doing the Macarena when he hit him with that left hook. So with that performance, that's why I put him on the list. Scooter Davis, man, he fought like 100 times this year. Or am I bugging? He fought like 100 times this year. He did what Carmel Moulton did in like 2024. Because this year wasn't that crazy for Carmel Moulton. Like as far as at getting as many, well, at least the end of the year. Because I would have liked to have seen him November, October. I don't know. Maybe I'm just not tapped in no more. Did I miss something? Did he fight? I'm just saying. But Scooter Davis, phenomenal year. What a year. And I didn't even know he was that young. I didn't know he was only like 18. I didn't know he was like Carmel in them age. I didn't know that. So that's why when he was talking back and forth, I thought he was a little bit older. Cause how he carry it, he's mature. You know what I mean? For an 18-year-old, he remind me of me when I was 18. He's very mature. Um, so I'm a chat my I had to put my DC brother on there. I gotta hit up LVZ and ask LVZ if he know about Scooter Davis. I gotta put LVZ on. Tell him look out for him. Shout out to LVZ. Um and then Carmel Moulton, it seemed like it was great in the beginning of the year. Just like after you know, he said you was mature at 18. Yeah, I was mature at 18. Kano, stop hate. Kano, don't start, man. Don't start. Don't start. We got a new gavel. We got a new gavel, y'all. Brand new. What that say? Justice is never late. Um. So with that being said, he said might as well put the new gavel to work and laugh out loud. See, with that heart being in the way, sometimes I can't see all the comments. But yeah, man. So this year's Full Berserker Clan Prospect of the Year award goes to, drum roll please, Moses Atama. I had to give it to I had to give it to Moses Atama, man. I had to, man. He Like what he did to Dillian White, I thought it was gonna be a better fight than that, and it really wasn't. And he had poor little Dillian White. I mean, not yet because I still feel like he's a prospect in my eyes. Until you right, he's like in the middle because he's ranked, but I just feel like he's not. To me, he's not there yet. He hasn't fought that guy yet. Like even to me, um, Abdullah Mason after he fought Crocker, even though he's a champion now, but him fighting a dude in the top like that, I'm already good. I know what he got. I know what he could take. And that was a tough fight. So that showed me even more about Abdullah Mason. So I just need that type of fight. I don't need you beating a bunch of old guys like Bam. Bam will never get none of my awards. Until he put it all on the line and move up, Bam ain't in none of my categories. I don't care what none of y'all's talking about. D-Man, anybody else. Until that man move up and start getting busy, because y'all talk all that trash about Inoue, but Inoue moved up. If Inoue was bitch made, he would have never even moved up. And then the icing on the cake, even though I was mad about it because I fucked with Scooter, he moved up and fought Scooter. When it was like, oh, he never even sparred a black fighter. And that was one of his most fanatic knockouts. So nah, we not doing that to Inoue. Tell Bam to move up. How about that? Cause right now, you know what I'm about to say. Bam looking like a bitch ass nigga. Fighting all these old washed up. He would have never beat Rumbasai and all of them dudes in 2018. Are you crazy? He would have got smoked. He would have put up a good fight, but he would have got smoked by Estrada and fucking Rumbasai in 2018. Are you out your mind? Who do y'all think he is? You said Inoue not a clean fighter until he tests dirty. Because all that hand wrap shit, you know why I don't care about that? Because if you can stack, I can stack. I just want to make sure you stacking my joints right. Because I'm trying to light something out. That's what type of time I'm on. I'm going to fight fire with fire. That's the type of dude I am. Like, oh, that's how you want to play? All right, you want to wear horsehair MX Everlast gloves? All right, I'm going to do that. Oh, you want to wear the no boxing, no life? All right, cool. Winning, whatever, however you want to do it. Or if I feel like wearing a Pacific joint because I want to wear a Pacific joint, let me do that. But, like I said, until he popped dirty, that's how I look at it. Or an allegation comes out. Because this is just what we seeing and how we feel. The boxing nerds. I need something real. I need like a failed drug test, like Subriel Matias. You know what I mean? I need something like that, Kano. I need something like that. I need evidence. Because we prove without a reasonable doubt in the full Bezerker clan court of law. Like I said, tell Bam to move up. He'll never get none of my awards until he move up. Everybody else move up and challenge themselves. Dev, Crawford, Sturdy. What you doing, Bam? You moved up, moved back down, and stayed there. What we doing that for? Cause you know what you doing. You a bitch ass nigga. Point blank. Period. I don't like Bam, and nobody is gonna make me like Bam. Sorry. I need to see him move up. Y'all be getting at all these other fighters like Bud and Bud moved up, like Dev. Y'all be getting at them. Even Tank moved up and down. Come on, man, stop. Let me see something, man. When I see something, I'll stop talking about it. He said, "Don't bother me if they test positive." That's sort of see Kano bidding right now. Kano don't usually troll, but he trolling me today. He having fun. This my day off. They didn't want to pay me OT. That's messed up, y'all. Cause y'all know I was going because my 30 days. I mean my probational period it ends. So they got to give me holiday pay. I was like, yo, I'll come in. It was like, nah. You ain't got to come in. Take the day off. Take the day off. We'll have somebody else watch the cameras. One of the associates. I was like, God damn. Y'all really don't want to pay that holiday pay because that holiday pay is double. They ain't want to do that. Because they probably was mad like, damn, why didn't he start in November? Then it would have fell in February. Nah, but it's cool though. So yeah, that was my prospect of the year. Moses Atama. Appreciate that, man. Moses Atama. Give him a shout out. Okay. So, yo, salute Andrew 100. Salute Mud. Um, where am I at? That was we did fighter, we did prospect, uh, knockout of the year. Knockout of the year. This one was hard. This is where my list started to get hard because I had to really go back and do my homework and remember what fights took place this year and stuff like that. So that this was hard. This was hard. Excuse me. So my nominees for knockout of the year are Brian Norman Jr. when he fought Jin Teriyaki, Virgil Ortiz. They like, you put Virgil as a nominee? I can't believe it. He's still a bitch ass nigga. He duck boots. And none of y'all talking about it. And none of y'all talking about it. That's fucked up. Cause y'all tore boots down. I'm getting that oily. Matter of fact, I'm banging the gavel on all y'all. Not Kano, because I know Kano rock with boots. And he was one of them ones that didn't believe it. But all the rest of y'all, D-Man, all ya, yeah. No. All the Texas dudes, I'm sorry. This is for y'all. Take it. Bang the gavel on yourself. Don't worry. I'll do it for you. Banging the gavel on y'all, bro. Sorry. Definitely banging the gavel on y'all. Shout out to 7-8. Shout out to my old head. Like my Philly cousins would say. Shout out to my old head. Because he kept it a band yesterday. That was a good live. I was watching when he talked about Virgil. Virgil, you ducking. He got in the ring. He said, I'm ready now. We don't care about the past. I'm going to do a whole breakdown of that. I'm not going to do that. See, y'all got me on my BF joint right now. I'm going to do a whole breakdown on that. Don't worry. I got y'all. I don't know if I'm going to make it live or a video, but I'm going to do a whole breakdown on that. And I got evidence and I got receipts from 2021. From 2021. That's going to be the trial of Virgil Ortiz. We putting a, yes, we going to have a special Boxing Night Court dedicated to Virgil. I got y'all on this channel. Now don't act. Now don't act. I might put like a short up there on Achaveli. No, Achaveli-Spam. I gotta show more love to Achaveli-Spam because I don't be showing love over here like I should. So yeah, we gonna do it over here. The case of Virgil Ortiz. I like that for our next live or however I do it. I don't know what I'm gonna do yet. But anyway, knockout of the year: Brian Norman versus Jin Sasaki. Virgil Ortiz versus Erickson Lubin. Yo, I'm not even gonna lie. It looked like when you seen it in slow motion, it's more vicious. Like the joint Virgil caught him with, and then he just kept. It reminded me of the Jose Ramirez knockout of Maurice Hooker. It was kind of a knockout like that. Crazy, crazy. Like it just they slowed it down and he just caught him. It was boom, boom, boom. Like he was out of there. He looked like the scarecrow from Wizard of Oz. Remember when she first walked up to the scarecrow? That's how he looked. I'm not trying to make y'all laugh, and I'm being serious. He looked like the scarecrow, Erickson. Sorry to my Florida cousin, but it's the truth, man. He was out on his feet. Like that shit was crazy. Shit was like NyQuil. Put him right to sleep. So yeah. And then Fabio Wardley versus Justin Hooney versus Justice Hooney. Yo, he was losing that fight. I think he even got knocked down, I believe, in that fight. And how he came back. Yeah, he got knocked down in the eighth round, I believe. And then how he came back in the 10th and scoped him. Yo, that was crazy, bro. See, I watch UK fights like that. Because, yo, Justice was on his way to a win. If he could have held on, he was on his way to the win. But that's one thing I could say about Fabio Wardley. Ever since my bro put me on with him, I always seen, even when he was losing, him cranking up the gear and coming back. Crazy, man. Crazy. So, those are my three nominees. And um the award, the full Berserker Clan Award for best knockout of the year goes to Brian Norman Jr. Brian Norman Jr. Shout out to Brian Norman Jr. winning that full Berserker Clan knockout of the year award. That knockout that he hit Jin Sasaki with, he knocked that motherfucker back to the Ming Dynasty. Like, he hit him so hard, he had flashbacks of his ancestors. Like, I'm talking about in the samurai suits, in the samurai Ronin hats. That's like when he got slapped and he didn't remember like 8 months of his life. He remembered when he got hit, like the rice cakes and all of that they used to be eating. That's what he really got. That was a brutal knockout. It was beautiful too. Like he jumped right into that, and it was like a leaping left hook. And then he bowed, and he knew he was out, and he bowed with it after. Nah, Brian Norman, he got that. And he did it in style. The only other person that I seen that had aura when they had a knockout was Deontay Wilder and Bermain Stavern too. That nigga did a pro hop. That nigga did a Euro step into the ring. Yo, if they come out with fight night, they gotta give Deontay Wilder that move. I'm not playing with Deontay Wilder unless they give him. They have to recreate that knockout as his special. Like they got to give everybody like a Sunday punch that you can use when you in trouble. That's what I would do if I had a boxing video. That's what you got to do, man. Like that Euro, he like took like a Euro step and boom, and caught him. I was like, yo, Wilder is crazy. Go back and rewatch it. Y'all remember what I'm talking about? He literally took a Euro, boom. So yeah, again, congratulations to Brian Norman for winning Knockout of the Year. Um, so he said, I agree with the knockout of the year. Okay. He said, I still say Boots is number one. I already know. I already know. I know you fuck with Boots. I already know. So, fight of the year. Let's get to fight of the year nominees. Fight of the year nominees. Um, we have Connor Ben versus Chris Eubanks one. That was an amazing fight. Even though I had to eat crow, I definitely had to eat crow. I definitely had to eat crow on that first one. I was mad. I was very upset by that. Um, I told y'all. I told y'all. D man, no. I told y'all. I said he ain't gonna win. He can't do it a second time. That ain't show me that he was gonna win the second time. Oh, act, you just mad. Da 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 da. And then what happened? Then what happened? Second time it was didn't even look like the same fight. Destroyed him. He took his heart. Word to bro. Took his heart. But anyway, great fight. They wore their heart on their sleeves in that fight. That's why I not that was one of the nominees of fight of the year. My second nominee, because y'all think I ain't showing love to the PBC. My second nominee is David Morale versus Benavidez. That that right there, man. That's why I was saying we was cooking more in the beginning of the year. The end of the year, we had a couple. We had a couple Jones. We had a couple Jones. But Benavidez and Morale, that was definitely a good fight. And I even showed love to our UK cousins. Joshua Buatsi versus Callum Smith. That was a good fight. And I was right, and I didn't have to eat crow. Because all of y'all picked Buatsi, and I picked Callum Smith. I trusted the experience, and I was right. Great fight, though. A lot of back and forth. That It don't get no more back and forth than that. And honorable mention, I thought on my birthday, Tank and Lamont Roach. That was a good back and forth fight. I didn't like the results, and I thought it was some cheating shit, but it is what it is. But so those are the three nominees: Eubanks, Ben One, Benavidez Morale, Watsy, and Callum Smith. And the 2025 Full Berserker Clan Fight of the Year goes to Eubanks Ben One. Salute to our UK cousins. Again, even though I had to eat crow, this was a really good fight. It was very entertaining, back and forth action. Um, I'm big on backstories. This was a big backstory because this fight was supposed to happen before Turkey Al Sheikh really put his foot down, and it didn't happen. The fight fell through, and then of course Ben popped dirty for using the Captain Britain soldier serum, and Turkey brought it right back around, and it really did good, and a lot of people turned out in the UK, and it really was a UK classic, and we even enjoyed this fight in America. So I appreciate these dudes, man, and they definitely, hands down to me, have fight of the year. Fight of the year, hands down. Like I won't even argue with you. You could pick something else, and I'm gonna still say them, and I'm gonna stop arguing. We ain't even gonna bid with each other no more after that, because I'm gonna just leave it alone. Like, hands down, they put it all on the line. So that's what we had for upset. Now we got upset of the year. Our last pick was for fight of the year. Now we on our fourth uh, category with upset of the year. So I picked Rolly versus Ryan, and boy, did I have to eat crow on that. Boy, did I have to eat crow on that. Shout out to Mac and D Man, because they hatred for Ryan allowed them to get the right pick. Even though I don't like Ryan either. I don't fuck with him. He said, you know, that's why I had Rolly versus Ryan. It was like I really didn't see that coming. I didn't think Rolly was skilled enough. Now, did I want Rolly to win secretly? Yeah, I wanted Rolly to win. Did I think he could do it? No, but I was wrong. Shut up, D man. But I was wrong. You know what I mean? And shout out to Rolly, who's a two-time world champion. Man, salute to him on that. He earned it. So we gonna give that. We're gonna give that to definitely Rolly, because he did his thing. Um, uh, Armando Resendez versus Caleb Plant. That was a second. That was my second nomination. Now let me tell you, You want to know what's crazy about this? When this fight, maybe like the week or so or something before this fight, this is why this particular card means something to me. If y'all do the timeline and y'all look, this was around the time I was going through. This is the exact time I went through what I went through. Real shit. Look up the timeline. This is when I went on my hiatus. Literally. I didn't get to see the Jamal Charlo return. I didn't get to see that. I didn't get to see Caleb Plant. I didn't even know Caleb Plant lost until I came back. I forgot all about the card. I went back and watched it though, and watched Resendez and Plant fight. And he was whooping that ass. I had to put this on here. That was a big upset because that fight, and I gotta bang the gavel on Caleb Plant, was supposed to be the fight that set up, even though the fight is still going to happen allegedly with Jamal Charlo and him, it just would have been even better. Yo, salute to my sis Tay Tay. Salute. Full Bezerker clan, we in here. Shout out to my bro, Joe Townsend. Happy New Year, champ. Take a sip for you. Some champagne. Tio is New Yorker of the year. Alright, Joe. Take it, Joe. Bang the gavel on yourself, Joe. Bang the gavel on yourself. Don't ever say nothing like that. We don't even talk about him in the city. Because he not even from there. Nobody talk about him. But why would they? Because he ain't even from there. They talk about him probably in Florida, in Broward County. So we would never bring him up. Anyway, Resendez and Plant, and then uh Griffin versus Julian uh uh Rodriguez. Yo, anyway, D man, whatever, Negro. Um, the Julian Rodriguez and Griffin fight was on a MVP card. I believe, or was it Misfits? No, it was MVP because Griffin is signed. He's the Memphis dude. He signed with Jake Paul. He knocked down Julian Rodriguez. I remember Julian Rodriguez from the amateurs. He knocked him down. Julian Rodriguez got back up the last round. I think the last minute of the round. Shout out to my primo. That motherfucker let his nuts drag. Boom, 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 boom. Packed him up. All the way up. Griffin wasn't supposed to lose. That's Jake Paul fighter from Memphis. He's supposed to be holding down the South. That's one of the murder captains. Not glorifying it, but I'm just saying he's supposed to be tough. He ain't look tough that day. He didn't look tough that day. That Puerto Rican put paws on him. Put paws all over him. It was messed up. Yeah, man. That was an upset. Cause of Griffin, I just felt like he would win even if he had the box because he's Jake Paul's fighter. That's just how I felt about it. He said he said he your New York cousin. How about this, D man? How about I bang the gavel on you? How about that? How about that? Everybody want to get gavel bangs for the new year. New gavel bangs. Um, so yeah, that was a little crazy. That one was crazy. So that's why I nominated those fights because y'all could see like I actually watched those fights. So the 2025 Full Berserker Clan Upset of the Year award goes to Armando Resendez. Yes, sir. Yo, Caleb Plant wasn't supposed to lose that fight. Everybody else, I understand. Like I said, I know Julian Rodriguez from the amateurs, real talk. There was another upset that's an honorable mention with a dude I fought in the amateurs, Dylan Price. And he ended up getting knocked out by an Argentinian dude. It was on the Misfit Boxing. He from Philly. He from Philly. We fought in a blue and gold tournament. They because in my era they changed it. Somebody like D Man's era, it still would have been called PAL. They stopped calling it PAL. They changed it to blue and gold around my time. But yeah, so that was another upset. I was like, damn, yo, get busy. He was looking nice. He said he said you picking some far out shit. How am I picking some far out shit? That was upset of the year. To me, that was a bigger upset than Rolly and Ryan. Rolly did good against Ro. This is why I didn't pick Rolly and Ryan. The reason why I didn't pick Rolly and Ryan, even though they got bigger names in the boxing circuit, is because Rolly did do good against him in sparring. This is facts years ago. Even though sparring in the real fight is different, still the evidence was already there. The mixtape was already dropped. So that's why that wasn't that surprising, really, if you go back and think about it. And Rolly is a motherfucking prophet. Rolly, that's crazy. Said the only people that could beat Ryan is me and Tank. Then he said, yeah, it's like 7 years ago. He said, yeah, me and Ryan, we're probably not going to fight till we both move up to 147. Shit came true. Everything he said, Rolly is the only person that's a prophet, bro, in boxing. He the only one like that be getting shit dead right. Shout out to my primo, bro. He the only one that like he be predicting stuff. That was years ago he said this stuff. And it ended up coming true. Not saying that ain't the only person, because I think Dev could beat him, but right now, he's a prophet. Because Tank and him is the only ones that beat Ryan. So that didn't surprise me. Now, an argument could be made for Rodriguez and Griffin. That could be made because Griffin is Jake Paul fighter, and he was really supposed to win that. And he knocked him down before he got knocked out. So it was really looking crazy for Julian. It was looking real crazy for him. But then how he came back the last round and won and didn't give up on himself. That's what the fuck I'm talking about. That's what the fuck I'm talking about. But nah, I had to give it to Armando Resendez versus Caleb Plant. Cause that just wasn't supposed to happen, I feel like. That wasn't the natural order of things. Okay. Got a couple more, y'all. We almost done. Giving out our awards. I just couldn't do y'all like that. I could not give y'all awards. Trainer of the Year. And the nominees are, you know how they be having the cards at award shows? They be like, and now presenting awards. Achaveli. And then they gonna have to give me a little cute host with me. You know what I mean? Hostess. You know what I'm saying? Then we gonna have to present the awards. You know how they be reading it off the card like. And Trainer of the Year award goes to, and the nominees are Bomac, Robert Garcia, and Bill Haney. Um, Bomac did a great job with Terrence Crawford, and I gotta commend him on that. Shout out to Spike Red and damn, what's my man's name? What's my Spanish dude name? I can't think of his name right now, but him and all the Crawford's coaches, everybody that's over there in this camp, Bernie, all of them. You know, salute to them guys. They deserved it. They've been around him since day one. They knew Crawford like him, and Bernie knew him since he was a baby. Bernie was like 14. Terrence Crawford was like 7. So yeah, man. Womack definitely did his thing with that win. Robert Garcia, man, this dude, he's like the Mexican Angelo Dundee, cause you'll see him in a fight for $500, and then you'll catch him in a big event for $500,000. I fuck with Robert Garcia. He a trench baby, for real. He all over. He don't care. However he gotta get it, he gonna get it. So I gotta give him credit. And the icing on the cake, the performance that stood out to me personally, the performance that stuck out to me was definitely the Virgil Ortiz versus Erickson Lubin. Like, like I said, if you slow that knockout down, you get drunk watching what happens to Erickson Lubin when he gets caught. It make you get drunk. Like he just was crazy, crazy work, crazy work. So those are my nominees. Oh, sorry, I forgot. And Bill, shout out to Bill, man. Shout out to Bill. Bill is one of my favorite trainers because Bill know how to talk that shit. I was actually a little disappointed that Bill, but I'm not mad at him because they ended up winning. That Bill didn't give me more of the back and forth. I just wanted more, you know what I mean, with him and Brian Norton. But it don't even matter no more because Bill and them won. And and Bill got a G Wagon for Christmas. He deserved it. He deserved it. After that win, he deserved it. Great win. Great performance with the Brian Norman and Brian Norman Sr. Fight. Great performance. Great, great performance. So, without further ado, the 2025 Full Berserker Trainer of the Year award goes to Bomac. Bomac. Bomac gets trainer of the year. Shout out to Bomac. We so happy for you, Bomac. Uh, even though it's over with Crawford, it's a new chapter because I know Crawford is going to be on deck with the training team and stuff like that. So to me, it's going to be a beautiful thing regardless. Regardless. And I know they got more up and coming fighters. Lester Martinez is there and other dudes. And they still got Keyshawn and so yeah, man. The legacy is gonna continue on and that performance, like I said, against Canelo Alvarez and Eddie Reynoso and Chepo Reynoso, it spoke volumes, man. And I was just so happy and proud. So, uh, yeah, man. Full Berserker 2025 Trainer of the Year, Bomac. Bomac, look, man. I want you to stay around, champ. Let's trim it down a little bit, Mud. I'm just saying. Let's try to keep it tight and out of sight. We're trying to keep you around as long as possible. You heard? That's all we saying. We're trying to keep you around as long as possible. So, yeah, so that's the Full Berserker 2025 Trainer of the Year. Shout out to you. So, with our next category, with our next category, we have yo, deep man, the idiot. Yo, this Pharrell edition rose tastes a little bit different. Again, yeah, this is the Pharrell edition, y'all. I don't know if y'all can see. Yeah, y'all can see. Shout out to my Virginia cousins again. Y'all always looking out for me. Love y'all, man, and I really mean that. I miss my grandma. I miss my nana. Yes, sir. Um, Promoter of the year. So the nominees are for the 2025 Full Berserker Clan. Promoter of the year are Riyadh Season, Turkey Al Sheik. I don't care what y'all say about Turkey Al Sheik. Turkey Al Sheik, he been giving me the most entertaining cards. Just keeping it real. As far as we talking about cards. Second place, Matchroom. I picked Matchroom because they had a couple good fights. But then again, some of their good fights was combined with other promotional companies. But it's all good. It's all good. And Queensberry even did their thing this year. Queensberry definitely did their thing this year. They also collaborated with Turkey. They had to put their fighters on the line. So for the Full Berserker Clan 2025 Promoter of the Year award goes to Riyadh season. Um, I just want to shout out His Excellency. Uh, love what you're doing. You're doing better than a lot of these bozos out here. I gotta keep it real because they just throwing anything together. A lot of these other promoters, I gotta keep it tall. All y'all doing is just throwing cards together. We didn't ask for fucking Pitbull Cruz and Lamont Roach. We appreciate it, but we didn't ask for that. We definitely appreciate it, but we really didn't ask for that. It was a solid fight. Didn't go like a lot of us thought it would go. Something in my head told me to pick a draw for that fight too, and I didn't. I thought Lamont Roach could edge it out because I fuck with Lamont Roach. I be watching him on Twitch and stuff like that. Like, you know what I mean? Like Lamont Roach is tapped in with the streaming community. So that's what make me fuck with him. Like a boxer that's tapped in and stuff like that. So that made me, really fuck with Lamont Roach. But that was a good card. That was actually all right card. But what messed it up, what took away from that from the PBC was that my primo he didn't really get to put down a demo tape on Janabek. So that took away from the card. No fault of the PBC or a lotta, but it is what it is. We didn't get that fight. We got to keep it real. So, with that being said, most of the things that Turkey set his mind to plan, most of the things happen, you know. So, salute to Riyadh season again for winning 2025's Promoter of the Year for Bezerker Clan Award. Yes, sir. Last but not least, y'all, and we're gonna get ready to end the stream. Last but not least, event of the year. That's a new category. I ain't hear nobody use this one. That's why I saved it for last. Event of the year. Event of the year goes to. Oh, sorry. I mean, the nominees are. I'm sorry. I'm already ready to pick. I'm sorry, y'all. Riyadh season. Ring 4 with the David Benavidez and Devin Haney and Brian Norman. PBC with Lamont Roach versus Cruz. MVP with Jake Paul and Anthony Joshua. So who threw the best event this year? And all of those events were great. But there was only one that was a spectacle. And we still talking about it. And the fight has been over. Like for a week and a half now. And we still talking about it. So the full Berserker clan 2025 Event of the Year award goes to, drumroll please, MVP Anthony Joshua versus Jake Paul on Netflix. Man, man, I'm not gonna lie. I thought Jake Paul. Let me eat my crow again. I don't know why. I thought that Ohio was just going. You remember in Space Jam when Bugs Bunny said, "Hey Mike, why didn't you tell me about your secret stuff?" And they're like, "Hey, yeah, why you holding out? Give me some of it." He started giving it to everybody. They was getting their ass bust. Then they started drinking to see, even though it wasn't really nothing. This fight wasn't really supposed to be nothing. You know, we supposed to get him in Tank. But it still ended up being the conversation. That's why I gave it to Jake Paul and Anthony Joshua. And we still talking about it, and we still probably gonna keep talking about it. All I know is my man's got his jaw cracked, and he from Cleveland. He a real boxer now. Leave that nigga alone, man. I'm not gonna say it again, man. He got his jaw cracked, and he from Ohio. He gonna still be boxing. They saying, "Oh, Jake Paul retired." No, he not. If he a real Ohio, that shit is in the blood. It ain't going. It's not gonna go. It can't disappear overnight. It's just not. He's gonna fight again. I promise y'all. He's gonna fight again. He love that shit. I can see it in his eyes. He really like fighting. That Ohio shit really in him, man. He really be rapping. And you know, out of all the Ohio cities, Cleveland is the hotbed. I'm just gonna keep it tall. They be rolling them out when it come to boxers. Charles Conwell, Tiger Johnson, Montana Love. Damn, did I miss anybody else? Oh, Terrell Goucher. Look how many people I named. Yeah, so, and these is people that Jake Paul had on his card. And he's tapped in. So, yeah, man. I had to give event of the year to Jake Paul. I had to. I had to. You know, it was a real spectacle. Uh, and before we go, we're gonna get him more applause again. So congratulations to them winning our last award. Yes. So that was our streamer award 2025 portion. Happy New Year to everybody. Uh, start over, start fresh, and I hope that everybody stick to their New Year's resolution. I'm about to. I wouldn't have picked either. Uh, I hope that everybody gets what they want and enjoy their holidays. And I'm about to get ready to go. Probably play this game with Kano if he's on. And yeah, man, we out of here, man. Salute to the LDBC, man. Salute to the full Bezerker clan. Um, man, we out of here, man. We out of here, man. Hold on, wait. Oh, there it is. Why, why is my board shaking? Oh,
Let no man forget how menacing we are. We are lions.
here we go. I'm your host with the most accurate.
Know the fans trail me, so my alias Machiavelli.
It's your boy. I'll see you later, man. Just know I'm a good friend. I cover your books, but I never judge a book by its cover.